So one of the things that I clearly did not think about was what exactly is going to happen to that white box today on this episode. Maybe we can figure out something to live in there, or maybe, you know, I could just remove it from the actual video itself. But I don't think it's gonna happen. Let's be honest with you. So what's up, you guys? Welcome to another installment of the Advent on RWBY Offline. To be honest, I was not planning on making this video whatsoever. And then I started thinking about new video ideas for the channel, and then I started checking out the channel and like seeing all of your comments, and I got really jazzed. Now, I know that this is kind of like short notice, but I could do it. I don't know if you can do it. I've decided on this month's very short notice, I guess like Netflix book of the month, which doesn't make any sense because there's no books involved. It's just Netflix. We gotta come up with like a name for this series. I have no clue what we're gonna do, but I did want to watch RWBY. So if you guys wanted to watch RWBY along with me, let's see, it is the 25th. I could probably knock out a couple seasons. I should probably check Netflix real quick to see what's actually available on Netflix. But I'm pretty sure that you can watch it on Rooster Teeth's channel too. So if you guys don't know, I think it's like YouTube, just look up Rooster Teeth, and I'm pretty sure they've got RWBY episodes. But I mean, this is like Netflix. I know not everybody has Netflix. I feel kind of bad. I know not everybody is kind of there. But let me just check this out. So much preparation. Oh, there you go. How many seasons do we got? How many seasons? See, here's the thing. Apparently, I've watched this before, but I don't ever remember watching it. Wait, there's 2 seasons. All right. Okay, we'll do this. We will watch both seasons of RWBY. Look at all that lighting that just disappeared from that side. Oh, I need control. But yeah, we'll watch both seasons of RWBY on Netflix, and maybe I'll put up a discussion video to see how I felt about it or whatnot. But that's kind of like the first topic of the day. The second topic, I was actually going to talk about my YouTube obsessions this time around, and then I was like, yeah, but then you gotta get ready and you gotta do like all the shit that you need to do in order to look right for the camera, and you gotta find another shirt to put on. Now, I don't really want to point it out because I know that you guys are gonna catch it. Now, clearly, you guys know that I do multiple recordings in a day, so sometimes you'll see me in the same outfit, but you tend to see me in the same shirts over and over and over. And to be real with you, those are kind of like my streaming or like I'm on camera shirts. And then, so here, hold on. So this was today's shirt. It was this little kind of plaid burgundy number. It's pretty. I like it a lot. But the second that recording is over, I took that shit off and I put on a house shirt. Is this the same for everybody else? Does everybody wear house shirts too? Because legitimately, like the things that you see me, number one, I have multiples of the same shirt. If you guys don't already know that, I have multiples because I'm trying to get certain things printed, and I want to make sure that they look right on, just that they look right in general. Sometimes they're hits, sometimes they're misses, as some of you guys had picked up from my Teespring campaign. They didn't do the greatest job doing that first set. The second set was a little bit better. I'm still kind of about the consistency because I'm seeing people with certain tags, and I was like, I don't know, that doesn't seem right to me. So I am working on some stuff for Designed by Humans, which I'm very happy with their quality. But I wear those shirts for the duration of that video or for the duration of the stream, then whoosh, it goes off. I'm like wearing some raggedy ass shirts, and I decided that today I would wear one of those on camera for you. Because I was thinking in my head, I was like, could I just get away with this? I was like, why don't we not try to get away with it? Let's just call it out. Because I think I can't be the only one who does it. I can't be the only one. It's kind of like, oh, I need to, pop off to the grocery real fast, or I need to go pick up some food real quick. Let me put on a non-house shirt and look halfway decent with my life. And then when you come back on, take it all off, put some comfy shit back on, and I'm back into it. I'm like, yup, I'm into my lazy days clothes. I think, some people see like a button-up shirt, but legitimately, I got these PJ pants on. Like, I don't care what's going on up here. just know that down below, I am probably in like a pair of boxer shorts or in like PJ pants or like, I don't know, some tennis shorts, basketball shorts. So what I actually wanted to do, because I was laughing about it as I was in the bathroom, I was like, this is ridiculous. I was like, why don't you kind of show them what you do to prep for like the day's work, you know what I mean? Well, it's work, but it's like the things that you have to do during YouTube. And I was like, all right, well, let me go and refresh my makeup. And I was like, let's actually show them now what you have to do makeup wise. Now, clearly this isn't everything that I use. Like this, okay, this just doesn't just happen. Just as a heads up, neither does this. I need to control this. I haven't gotten a haircut in ages, and I need to go grab one right now. But to be honest with you, you know, the first of the month is coming up. I want to make sure that I can pay all the bills and all that before making myself all pretty and shit. But I wanted to give you a rundown of how everything starts. So if I'm recording with a nice camera, which I haven't done in a long time, actually, you know what we're gonna do first? This is Advent. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop open a little bit of a drink before I start rambling. I was trying to get this open a little bit earlier, and I was like, damn, it's being a bit of a pain. I know. Here's the thing. We're not gonna put alcohol to waste. I figured this is the end of the night, so I could kind of like, oh. Okay, you know when I make that face, you know damn well when I make that face that it's a green one. It's a very, very green one, in fact. It is so green. Just look at the back of that. It is so green. But you know what I've noticed? I like the white ones the most, which sounds racist, you know, but Trump's America. Just kidding. Ooh, this is nice. This is two birds. Let's actually put this up, and I don't know if the camera is gonna read it because, you know, it's a webcam. But it's actually 70% alcohol. So that's a little bit stronger than we normally have. It's also, is my hand greasy or is the thing just open? Oh no, am I gonna have to like, are we gonna have to revisit the days where I like popped out a knife and I had to like chisel you open? Ew. Why is that? That's strange. All right, let's get this show on the road. And if we're gonna be completely honest here, yes, this is the same cup that we used yesterday. Oh my god, this is like, okay, all of the other ones have been very yellowy green. This one is like straight up fucking emerald green. And I always kind of felt like the green ones possibly had to have less alcohol content in them because they're bright green. I figured they're like, you know, what is it? No, pucker. They're like pucker. You know how pucker is all like the weird, bright, crazy colors? I was like, it's gotta be like pucker. It can't be. But this one's actually 70%. So, we're about to get turned. So, while we're doing this, I actually wanted to like address. Let's see if I could just do two-handed. You know, this is why I don't like threesomes, because it's kind of like that whole pat your head, rub your belly thing. My hands can't do two things at once. So I figure while that's going, if I am in front of a big camera, I'll actually be using some primer, which kind of fills in the pores and makes you look a little less bumpy, which is always nice. If I'm in public, like if I'm if at like TennoCon, like I was wearing some primer too, because I want to make sure I look good in front of you guys. And that's just step one. So that's one thing. Well, you gotta wash your face, and you gotta, you know, exfoliate and do all of that shit to your face. We're gonna sip this. Should we just down it? Should we down it or should we sip it? You guys always tell me to take my time and sip these things. I never listen to you. It's fine. It's fine. It was actually fine until like the very, very end. As you guys can see, Sugar Cube did not like disintegrate at all. It didn't do anything. But yeah. Oh, well, that's that. Still kind of burns my mouth a little bit. But It's good. We're set. We're good to go. I kind of like taking shots like that though. Like just do it all at once, get it over with, and kind of just ride the feeling out. Because I can feel it. It's getting warm. My body's getting all warm. However, I have so much foundation on my face. And it's just not. And actually, so I use 2 different foundations because nothing ever matches. So I usually have to mix, to be honest with you, I probably use 3 today. Of course, I always use the same amount, but it's just like you gotta mix them to make the right colors. So I have this in medium light, I have this in medium at the same time, and you think that combining medium light and medium would make the right color for you, but sometimes it doesn't because there's undertones and shit. Listen, I watch all of these goddamn beauty channels. Watch all these I never wear eye makeup, I never do anything crazy, but I watch all these goddamn beauty channels, and you know, sometimes you pick up some shit. And I don't know if it's the same for you guys, because I was thinking about this in my kind of like YouTube obsessions, what I watch in YouTube. And I was like, you watch a shit ton of makeup channels. You don't wear any of that crazy shit on your face. But why? But I watch your shit because I don't know, it's calming. I think a lot of things that I do are just meant to be calming. So there's 2, sometimes it's 2 to 3, depending on what you gotta mix together. And trust me, this is not all that I own foundation wise. I have like the little fucking compact slushy weird things. I've got like some drugstore shit, like all that kind of shit. And then, oh, wait, I lied. First step first. So we do the primer. First step on the real list. No. So of course I've got 2 different concealers. All right. So I have a concealer for like my eye area, and then because I'm fancy like that, not really, but I am complicated like that, I have another one for around this area because I got some redness. You can probably see it there. I did not reapply this like later in the day to kind of like refresh and cover that up, but this one's a little bit more gray-green based to kind of neutralize some of that red, and then this is like, it's like you white. It's like I'm making myself a different race. So there's that. So I put this on, boop, 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 blend that shit in. I put this on, blend that shit, and then I put this on. All right. First I put this on, then I put that on, and then I put this on, and then to set that, I put this on. So this is a loose powder to kind of like, cause this area always gets shiny. Even with powder on, you can see I'm a little glistening. I'm naturally dewy. You know that everybody likes to use the word dewy. It's just greasy to me. I'm like, no, you look greasy. But you know, that's what it is. You hate what you have and you always want something else, which is kind of sad, but that's kind of how the universe works. And then of course I have my bronzer, which, well, it's not my bronzer, it's like my contour. It's like this shit right here to make me look like, you know, I'm not the fattest person in the universe. Legitimately, this is like what I live and die by. Look, I've like hit pan on it. It's about to be done, which makes me very sad, but I have had it for like a while. Like this has lasted a while. But it's like, you know, it's like a diet in a compact. It's like, you know, you maybe ate a whole pizza today, which I did. So in my defense, it was one of those damn thin crust pizzas. It was one of those damn thin crust pizzas. They're like, oh, look at this. I was like, all right, let's do this. So that is like diet in a compact. And then this is actual bronzer because I look, to be honest with you, I look about like 10 times whiter on camera. Like the camera tends to blow you out a lot. It tends to blow you out. Oh, if only. I'm just kidding. But that's what tends to happen with the camera is depending on the lighting. And I know that like for a lot of the streams I seem very, very fair. I seem very, very light. So what I actually have to do is it's not necessarily that this stuff is too light. It's just that the screens and the camera and everything like that kind of like blow you out. So to add a little color to my face, I have to use a bronzer. So there's the contour powder and then there's the bronzer. And then after all of that, and I didn't bring it out here, what I'll usually do is if I'm streaming and I know I'm going to be recording videos after that, I will go ahead and I'll actually put a fucking, a setting spray on top of all that. Wait, we're not done yet. but that setting spray tends to make me look a little dewy. So we have the setting spray to set that shit so it doesn't run away, and then I wait like 5 minutes for the setting spray to spread, and I put more of this shit on, just so I can stream for you guys. That's what happens. So if y'all are wondering why I'm like, oh, I still got a powder, like text before a stream, I'm like, oh, I got a powder, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. That's because I was doing all that shit for you. So when you see my videos every single day on the other channel, you know that all of this, I went through this whole process for you guys. Let's just put it all at once on the screen. And this doesn't even include the brushes and sponges and shit that I gotta wash and all that kind of crap. That's everything for the camera. I think it's kind of fun though, because you get to see your transformation. And to be honest with you, it's never really that bad, but my face tends to get a little bit red after I've showered and all of that hullabaloo. So it looks a little bit more irritated than it is, or when you wash your face, my face gets a little bit red. It settles down. It looks similar to this when I wake up, just not quite as good. I have some redness on my cheeks and whatnot, but anyway. So that is kind of like the behind the scenes of everything that I do here. Well, at least I do to my face. You know, my hair's, I can't really talk about my hair right now because it's not necessarily in the greatest, place. But you better believe I slapped some product on in there. I think I have probably about 3 products in my hair right now. But that's pretty much it. We'll talk about my YouTube obsessions later, because I was actually sitting there and I thought to myself, I was like, well, there are my YouTube obsessions and there are my YouTube boyfriends. If we're talking about being successfully single, that's how you have to do it sometimes. Well, you know, we will do that. We'll do that on the next episode. We'll get a little drinky drink. We'll talk about my YouTube boyfriends. Maybe I'm only saying that because I have 7. Oh, you know what I didn't do? Fuck my life. Hold on. Before we sign out, I forgot to eat my chocolate of the night, and that was actually one of the big purposes for this episode, because I really wanted chocolate, and I have no chocolate in my apartment except for this goddamn advent calendar. What do we have? What is this? This is... Come... You just want to be stubborn, don't you? So we have a bear with other... I don't know where the lighting is, so I can't tell you, but there's a bear with like a pouch. It's like a kanga bear. I don't know. It's going in. Oh, it's on. Okay, good. Okay. Oh, don't talk with your mouth full. Well, this is what happens when you don't want to edit. You have to keep everybody entertained with eating. Maybe this can just be the ASMR portion of the screen. Just with mouth sounds and shit. It's so weird too, because ASMR is so personal. Some people hate certain sounds and love other sounds. Like you know what gets me? I love the sound of like lids opening and shit. That is like, that it's so specific, but lid opening sounds make me fucking happy. And so does chocolate, and so does a little bit of absinthe. So I'm gonna let you guys go. I'm talking a little strange because that chocolate has my mouth shook, but I'm gonna leave it there. So as always, love somebody, hurt nobody, and touch your body. Wait, that's the sign off for the other one. Well, fuck my life. Stay successfully single. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.